Good.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Good morning, all you coffee breakers, early risers, or those who just get up because you know what? You want to be here with me on Coffee Break Live with Senabella. It is my pleasure to be here this morning. As always, I'm super excited to share whatever it is I have on my mind with you. And even if it's just a faux pas that I speak something, then you know what? It's meant to be. So how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome in. I'm excited today because I bring to you a plethora of me. What can that be? It's my family. It is the Gill Family Reunion 2026. And I invited some of my cousins and my nephew and people like that to come in and let's talk about what does it mean when we start talking about family reunions and how has the Black family established itself in a more settled, more prepared way to know and introduce themselves to each other through family reunions. How's history involved in that aspect? How is the growth and the security of the family involved in that aspect? Well, we're here to talk about it all today and have a good time with you. Hey, you know what to do. I love to hear from you. So use your comments, talk, share your thoughts, and let us know how you're doing. Good morning, JJ. As always, good to see the girl from the friendly skies in the room. If you don't know JJ, you need to find her on Facebook or Instagram and check out some of her beautiful, beautiful videos that she seems to have had such a great knack of adding music to, of her videos of the sky. And she captures these images at different times of the day. And they're so beautiful and resilient. It's like art. Well, what can I say? Living is art. And so she's just taking that practical stand of using what she sees in front of her and doing a beautiful job. How you feeling this morning, JJ? I hope you're doing good. So let's keep rolling. I want to talk about the family reunion because there's four of us. I'm not going to give. I'm going to bring them into the room, put them up on the stage, and guess what? We're going to get started. So good morning, family. Let's welcome Marcus Gill. Let's welcome Natalie Vaughn, and let's welcome Gwen Henderson. And wait a minute, we got one more. We got Marlo Moore. Hey, family. How y'all doing?
All right.
Doing
Marlo,
great. Doing great.
Marlo, you being shy?
I'm being what?
Shy.
A little bit.
Yeah. Not that early riser part, huh? What I love about seeing family is this. I see similarities in how we look, right? And I love discovering some of our goals are the same. And I also enjoy just the sense of it. When I'm around family, I feel so, it's a foundational spiritual feel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So why don't we just chat it up and keep going, because there are so many things to really discuss when we start talking about family, because coming together for a family reunion is not the easiest thing in the world. And this year, the 2026 year, was given over to Marcus Gill to put the whole thing together. He and Marlo, right?
Yeah.
Who's on your team this year, Marcus?
So Marlo, and also Hakeem, my cousins, my daughter has joined me, Marlisha
My
Gill.
audio went out again, so I'm gonna leave and come back.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Just she
My,
said,
my
"Well,
two
we know we don't just do what you have to do, and right?
yeah,
Okay,
Marlo, Hakeem, Marlisha, my daughter and my son Marcus Gill Jr. And of course my wife is always pitching in, helping me gather and put some things together.
nothing like having a wife.
Absolutely.
Say you got when they say you have a good thing, you say you got that wife, huh?
Yes, yes, yes.
Or a good thing you got that husband, or a good thing you got that main thing. It is. But we're all good. So, what's been some of your greatest challenges that you faced in doing it? Was it pulling together the team, the communication, designation of duties? What is it? Because there's a lot we got going on with our family reunion. One of the things that I really have enjoyed seeing is all the work that Dr. Chandra Gill, your sister, my niece, your cousin in most cases, has done in terms of just gathering information on the family lineage.
Yeah, so it's always challenging when you have your everyday life, when you're working, you're committed to your family, but now having to endure they putting together this 2026 family reunion on a granular scale. But it was real good for us because we had a blueprint from 2024. We kind of followed like a blueprint that was given to us from my auntie Valerita that assisted. So we used that same blueprint, but we added our own caveat to it, as far as that Chicago Midwest flavor to it, utilizing social media and just making sure that when everybody comes to the city, they have a wonderful and a great time. So it's working doing anything, but this is great work because it's a time where we can unite our family together.
Okay, so Val has also helped to establish some of those things that I just spoke about. For anybody who doesn't know, Val is my sister. So when he says my auntie, we're going to try and make sure that we're clear about who's who and what's what. But that's a beautiful thing. I love hearing all of that. So what are you, Marcus, since we're speaking to you, what are you looking forward to more than anything on this occasion?
Just learning and knowing more about my family, like building relationships and establishing relationships, understanding, making sure that my children, my wife, they know exactly who the family is, and just the unification of coming together and understanding legacy, the people that came before us, great grandfathers, great grandmothers, aunts, uncles, cousins. It's really just unity, bringing us all together and understanding that the family reunion is huge, it's big, it has a great impact on all of us. But how can we extend past the family reunion to stay connected?
Wow, that's really big. So one of the things staying connected is also understanding our past. Who wants to speak on that? Nat, you want to talk about it?
well, yeah, it's really wonderful. I was thinking back to the first time I went to Arkansas to the Ponderosa, as it was lovingly nicknamed later. I was a little girl, and being from Chicago,
You want to establish the Ponderosa, what it is, where it is.
that is the land that our ancestors owned in Marville, Arkansas, which is a little bitty tiny place. It didn't used to be on the map. It's on the map now. You can look it up, and it's I forgot how many acres it is in total. Couple of hundred maybe.
Mm.
Anyway, the part we went to as a little girl, I must have been about 8 years old, maybe something like that, 7 or 8. And the first time we took that road trip to from Chicago to Arkansas, and we got there, and we were like, "Whoa, this, chickens and cows and horses, and inner city Chicago. You never saw that stuff in person." And I can remember being having to go to the pump to get water. and there's a red pump and pumping the water. Me and my sister Vivian, and we're pumping and we're going, why is this water red? And they said that's the iron in the water.
Oh wow! Did you drink it?
Oh yeah, we didn't have a choice. We had to drink it. It didn't taste good to us. And the
But
same
I
thing
mean, nobody boiled the water and drank it. It was just
they
straight up.
may have, but to my knowledge, thinking back, I just remember going to get it. And I can remember at night the big tub that you had to pour water in, and they warmed it up, the big stove, and the random thoughts that come into my head, the big stove, and they warmed the water up, and me and my sister had to get in and take a bath. This was also foreign to us.
Yeah.
And going out to the barn, and I said, I want to get the eggs. And they said, okay, reach under there, under the chicken, and get the egg. And when I put my hand in there and felt that warmth, of course, I dropped the egg. I'm like, whoa. They're like, it's okay. It's going to be like that. And then I wanted to learn how to milk the cow. That never was a success, but they showed me how to, squeeze and get the milk into the bucket, but it didn't work with my little hands. So I tried a few things, and most of it that I just didn't care for, the bugs and all the stuff. Now the fresh fruit on the trees, that's a different story. Oh,
But
my
you learned a
God.
lot about the Gills while you were there.
Yes, I did. Yes.
And isn't there markers on the land at the cemetery that date back to the 1800s?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Uh-huh.
What's the earliest date?
The one I can recall, I want to say, is James Gill. Our ancestor that we honor and point to. So that's the one that I don't recall the exact date, but yeah, there's lots.
1806 or
yeah,
something.
it's a beautiful, beautiful land and beautiful cemetery. We have that our cousins, which would be my first cousins and your first cousin in Arkansas. They do the upkeep of that cemetery and that land. It's nice. It's really nice.
Another great thing about family reunions is coming together and seeing faces of people that you've only heard things about or you never heard about. Gwen, where are you coming in from?
I'm coming in from Arizona.
Now, Gwen and I have like a cousin love affair going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like instant. She came to Chicago. We hung out for the weekend and we had a ball.
It was amazing. It was good. For me, the family reunion means I get to meet people that I haven't ever met. I saw Marlo when you were a little girl. Your mother was my babysitter.
Really?
And cousin Larry. She would keep cousin Larry from picking on me all the time. He picked on me. But, the one thing that I really, at one point I wanted to get off Facebook. This was years ago. And the one thing that kept me on Facebook is more and more people from the family kept showing up that I knew nothing about. Absolutely nothing. And I felt so disconnected from the family, except for my immediate family. So my great grandmother is my lineage to the Gill family. My grandmother was Friedel, and so Mother Friedel, her sisters were like Aunt Willis and Collie. She had a bunch of sisters, and we were very close when I was growing up. Very, very close. We were in Arkansas a lot for different types of family events. I also very familiar with Marvel as a little girl. My biological mother is actually buried at that cemetery. My biological mother was Quilla Westbrook, and I call her my biological mother because my grandmother's first cousin is the woman who actually raised me. So I was kept in the family. And her name was Bibi Alberta. But I was always kind of shy as a kid, and I kind of just went off to the side a little bit. So when I finally started to connect with you guys, it was like it's been like almost, I don't know, like it's like a miracle almost. I'm like, oh my God, not only do I have family, but I'm getting to learn about the family. And I've always known we've had a large family, but the extensions that I have been introduced to have been amazing. I could sit and listen to everybody talk forever. What I want to do more than anything is just look at you, hug you. I just want to put my hands on you because I feel like I know you, through Facebook, but yet I have not met you. So I'm so anxious to meet everybody, and I'm coming to the shop, Marlo. Hmm. Oh yeah, I'm coming to the shop. I'm
Okay.
leaving there with something, you know. And Chicago is my home. I was raised in Chicago, even though I was born in Arkansas, but I was raised.
That explains our night out and hanging out and dancing and stuff. You were
Yeah,
definitely on the Chicago tip. We had a great time.
we had a great time.
Look, I went and hung out with Marlo out in Crete and at her store shop.
Frankfurt.
Was it Frankfurt? Well, I just remember going past the Crete sign. I remember riding up and down the road, talking about where is this place? Where is this place? It's like going to the country sometimes, going far south.
Yeah.
On the south side. But I eventually found it, and I met this beautiful faced, beautiful spirited cousin of mine, Marlo, and had a great day out there hanging out with her and seeing what she's doing in terms of her business and so forth. So welcome, Marlo. What you got to say? So when you heard what was your connection with Marlo when she was a little kid?
Her mother, Liz, was one of my babysitters when I was
Well, I
little.
didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, Marlo.
I was extremely close with my grandmother's sisters. So, and again, it was quite a few of them. And Marlo's grandmother was one of my grandmother's sisters.
Okay, Ruby. Hey, yeah.
It's a lot of times, huh, Marlo, to learn so much about family and see so many people. What's going on with you this morning? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Seeing your faces here and everybody being on this show talking about family, which is what my point is. It's like I just want to give everybody a voice and make sure we talk about it. Like, what's some of the things you're looking for this time, Marlo? Saw you in Miami at the last family reunion I was at. You were there with a gang of people. I think it was about 30 of you all show up. How many?
This year won't be like that.
Okay, but just going back to Miami, how many people were there with you? It was like you all had the whole hotel, right?
Basically.
I was
So
like,
this year, I don't know. Everybody's not coming. I think it might just be me and my husband this time.
well, what's all that about? Is it just that it's in Chicago? I mean,
I know, and I tell them, it's in Chicago. You live here. You should come. You know, you should come. It's here. You should not. You rather pay flights, rent your cars. You don't even have to get a hotel room if you don't want.
That's right.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so, I'm the one who advocates and try to get everybody to come. So
that's an interesting aspect to address. When people are local to the family reunion, do they have a habit of coming and showing up more, doing more, or less? You can speak to that, Marcus. What's happening with that?
So it's different challenges. A lot of people do a lot of different things with their family. It's summertime. Kids are interacting in extracurricular activities, basketball, just creating that separation. Like for me, I hadn't been to a family reunion when I went to Alabama like 2 years ago, and I took my entire family. I hadn't been to a family reunion since I was a kid, right? And I can remember like cousin Allie was just saying, just being on the land down in Arkansas as a kid, just playing basketball on the dirt, seeing this small house where our great grandparents was, going down there visiting my granddad, meeting all his sisters and brothers and everything. So just bringing it all back. So I understand when sometimes when people say they just can't make it, but I know that the spirit will be in the room, right? And hopefully, like next time they have the opportunity to make it and get a chance to enjoy, just be around family. That's like the most important thing to me is just being around family, embracing family, and getting to know one another.
Well, one of the things that I was really like shocked by when the first time I went down to the land, we call it the land, going down to Arkansas, was that the shack was so little.
Yeah.
Look, Natalie, how many people were growing up in that house with our mothers and fathers?
How about that? There was about 16 kids.
You know, and
Grandma and granddad had 16.
the ceilings were like this on our head,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It was like, how in the crap were they getting around? And the toilet, come on now.
Right. Well, in the beginning, yeah. Oh, they said we ain't go to the bathroom. It's out there over there.
Yeah.
We're like,
I was,
what?
I was scared of the outhouse.
Oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
I was scared of the in-house.
Yeah, the outhouse was a really awakening experience for little girls.
Would you all say that one of the things that really connects you to the family is when you take a visit back home to where everything started, and it helps to inspire you? What do you all think about that? You want to talk about that a little bit?
I actually thought that I was going to move back. I was going to go back and live in Arkansas. You know, my sister, you know, she passed in 2023, but she was my drawback, and my cousins there, the readers. And so I'm like, I'm going home. I'm going home because it just, home Arkansas feels like arms to me. Almost like ancestral arms, like my ancestors are wrapping their arms around me, welcome me home, welcome me back to the land. But then once my sister passed, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not going home. But I be outside of the bugs, because I think the bugs wait on us. You know, they know that we're coming from a different place. As soon as you open the door, they say, they hear her, you know, and kind of attack you. Everybody smells like skin so soft in Arkansas, you know. So, but it is a draw for me, and it always has been.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like getting that sun when you're in the South. You know, you can travel all over the world and get a tan, but it's something about going home and getting that sun and that food and everything like that really inspires you. Yeah. It connects us to history.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit more about that. So what are some of the things that keep you informed and keep you going in that?
Well, staying in contact with mostly my favorite cousins down there, Bobby and Annie Mae. So I get to know what's going on and what's happening with the land, and you know, you can actually zoom in, go in on now and put an address in and zoom in, like on the family cemetery, and you can see that the trees at a certain time of year, I'll ask somebody, if you guys are going to pick the pecans off the ground from the trees, please send me some pecans, you know, because nothing tastes like those fresh pecans from the land. And they're very fortunate to get all the fresh fruits that the figs and, you know, stuff like that you don't get in the city. I mean, you can go to the stores and buy the local stuff, but it's something about when you know it's from your own family's land and it's fresh and it's just wonderful.
I remember my dad used to come back with those bags of cans.
Oh my God.
And turtle shells and all of that stuff. He loved to hunt and do all that stuff. So that's another aspect of when you go home and come back. It's sort of like going to a spa, a family spa. You get refreshed and you come back in. Mano, I'm calling you Mano. I can't help it. What's it been like for you to have your children involved? I saw you took a picture and you have the family shirts and everything. You got the whole family. You got Cheryl and everybody's in the picture wearing the shirts. What's it been like for you to kind of connect these dots on this piece this time? What was that like? What's that been like?
Oh, it's been fantastic. A lot of curiosity, and I do remember I did go back to Arkansas, and I took my first two children, my wife, when they had a reunion in Arkansas. It probably some years back, and then my son, I was out, you know, on the land doing one thing, he's doing another. And they say this is kid over there just dancing, like showing up. and it was my younger son. It was Marcus Jr. He is over there dancing. They recording them and everything. Like one thing I can remember too is like the amazing food, like from the South. The food like was so fresh. That was the first time I'm seeing people actually like fry outside like that. You can actually fry some food outside.
In the front yard.
Yeah. So like Daddy said, those pecans. My granddad, he took me fishing. We didn't have any fishing poles. He just had some line in his hand and a hook. We went out in the back. He got it, broke off a branch off the tree, like wrapped it around the tree, and he actually caught a fish. I was like, oh, come on, man. This guy's Superman to me, you know?
It sounds like Superman stuff.
So we were walking back here, just bringing all that back home, like, and bringing that all back together. Yeah, so that's bring back so many different thoughts, and then I had set my wedding ring down. I got so involved out there having so much fun. I looked at my hand, my wedding ring was. I like, oh, what my wedding ring at? I had left it on the table. I had to retract. My brain was just fully compared with everything, just having so much fun. I had to retrack it. My Uncle Darwin say, hey, now this is a lesson for you, nephew. Never take your ring off.
So did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. I said, man, I can't tell my wife, man, but I can't find my wedding ring, man.
The fear of the lost wedding ring. Like where you lose it.
Yeah, then just driving on the four-wheelers. Like, I'm saying young people at 13, 14 driving, right? The only thing I'm doing in the city is riding a bicycle.
Right.
I'm like, how are they driving like this? So, yeah, that was just amazement. Yeah, go on, hand it over to Marlo. I want to hear what Marlo had.
Please, we're ready to hear you. Talk to us about family reunion and what's your favorite, because you've been to several, haven't you, or more than that?
Yeah, I want to talk about when I was little and we used to go to Arkansas for the family reunion. We had so much fun. And we used to stay at I don't know if I know everybody's name, but the Reader's house. And but we all used to sleep on the floor. And they get up, all the sisters get up, and you smell breakfast. They get up and everybody cook breakfast.
Yes.
The best breakfast ever. Yes. And I don't know, Ty used to teach us how to ride the motorcycles, and Ty was driving cars, and he was only, like you said, he was like 9 years old.
Yes.
And he taught us how to drive. Me and my sister, he taught us how to ride motorcycles.
A 9-year-old.
We had so much fun. And when we go back home, we used to tell everybody, we know how to drive. We know how to ride a motorcycle. And then they would hang, is it the cow? The pig. They put the pig up there, and we watched them gut the pig, and I mean it was so much fun, and the red dirt, and we had my kids haven't been to Arkansas yet. I would like for them to come. We my husband and I went to a family reunion in Arkansas at the Ponderosa. That's my first time seeing that area. And my husband, when we was there, they had the 4-wheelers, and he taking everybody around on the 4-wheelers. He was driving, and they get on the back. I said, "Boy, how you know that's my cousin?"
Well, everybody's calling it the Ponderosa. There's a reason why, right? It's because that has that big arch sign says the Gill, right?
Oh,
of the Ponderosa.
What's the address? I want to look it up since Natalie said you can see.
Phillips Road. Hold on there. Okay.
You guys are bringing back so much memory when Marlo talked about the red dirt. I would always tell people, because we always stay with the Readers too. And those are the cousins that I actually grew up with. And so I would always say we're going home, and home is when the road ends and the red dirt starts. That's where the house is.
That's true.
Right there. And then that little road alongside it before you get to the house is takes you up into Marvel. And I don't know if anybody been to Sally's before, but the spit burgers in Sally's, they were delicious. You waited forever, but to get them, but they were delicious. And then
You call them
Marcus, you were
spit
talking
burgers because they
about
called it. Did you call?
spit burgers.
Okay, well, that was because they called it.
Spit burgers because it almost when Miss Mary would make them, it almost looked like she would spit on them because she would go, yeah, but she wouldn't. She would just roll them up and go, and they'd be in a ball, and then she flattened them out. She said, "Baby, here come your spit burgers." And so, yeah, we would get a lot at a time. And then when Marcus talked about fishing, oh God, I was truly a girl when I was growing up. I thought it was punishment. 4:00 in the morning, I'm out there fishing, and then the catfish would scare me because they weren't easy to die. They'd flop around, flop around.
See,
but
that would just I couldn't do that. I love the catfish, but I couldn't watch them die. I just can't. I can't watch them.
They didn't die easy, you know. Believe you me.
Torture, huh?
But the Arkansas.
Tell me really quick, Gwen, how did they kill them? Did they hit them or something?
Well, they actually, when they catch them, they will put them, because they would catch a lot of fish, and they would put them in a pail. Yeah. And then they would take the pail in the house and gut them one by one. Okay. But the ones that were not, and catfish are like scavengers, so they mean, you know, and they mean. So they. What? I saw my aunt one time hit one over the head. Ate Juanita, boom, to kill it. And I thought that was shocking.
I couldn't eat after that. I wouldn't be able to eat after that.
Yeah, and they cut the head off, and you know, descale it. It started to descale it. But I'm gonna tell you, the catfish in Arkansas spoiled me. I would not eat farm raised catfish for years. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean years. I think
she had those red hot dogs. Did you all ever experience the hot dogs down there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was good. And the catfish. I mean, and the perch. I didn't used to like perch, but when I went to that family unit in Arkansas, me and my husband,
I liked it too.
The best perch ever. The best perch. And another thing, I remember when my great grandmother, we call her Big Mama.
That was my great grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big Mama, she used to sit on the porch. She had an outhouse at her house. Nobody liked to stay at her house because she didn't have a bathroom. Right. And I used to stay at Uncle Laban's house too, and then because they had air, she didn't have air either.
Yeah, neither did Aunt Juanita.
Aunt Juanita didn't either.
She didn't have no air either.
All right, but I think her daughter stayed in that trailer next to her house. They had air. Yeah, and Big Mama used to sit on the porch, and all the flies just she just sit there. She didn't like swat them away or anything. She just sit there and just let the flies. And we just looking at her like, why she just sitting there with the flies? No, she was used to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was the days back then when we were kids.
I love Big Mama.
We want our kids to experience that, right?
Yeah.
So, Marcus, you're what, third generation? Now you're running the show, making sure everything gets done. Was it a natural fit for you?
Because it was spiritual for me. My father passed away 16 years ago. Maurice Gill Jr. He's buried on the land along with my grandfather, Maurice Gill. So I was at the last family reunion, and I was out in the hall enjoying myself. And then my aunt Marita came and said, "Hey, congratulations. You'll be hosting the next Gill family reunion." Excuse me. My daughter and that she's having such an amazing time. My auntie get on the mic asking who's going to host the next family reunion. And she said, we go host it. We go do it in Chicago. We go do it in Chicago. So I had no idea. So once she did it, and Marlo came on too, along with me as the co-host of the reunion. So after that, it was just like spiritual to me. I just felt like a need, and I had to do it, right? For my father, I reached out to cousin Leroy. I got the family reunion. I mean, the family book that they had, like far as showing the history of the family.
Gill
So
family.
it was just like a tell-all moment for me. I just felt the spirit of my father. I just felt this was like something that I just had to do.
That's
Let's
awesome.
talk about that, unpuzzling the Gill family, right?
Right.
Is that the name of the family book? I remember being about what, 17 when I first saw that. So that's pretty old. They've had that around for a long time. Natalie, you want to see who has one of those books?
Oh yes, I do. I have mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'll
am.
make sure I bring it. Hopefully, I get to go back home and I'll bring
Is that
it
the
with me.
book? Is that the book Willis made?
Yes, it is.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I
So
have
just
one.
the
Yeah.
information for people when they hear it, as we speaking of it, it's a book that traces our family lineage back,
Right.
right? And it gives you detailed information for those. It was about this thick. It's about this
Yeah.
thick, right?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so how
Kind of a
far?
light yellow cover. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. So how far does it go back? And you say you have one. And so do you ever reference it? And is it still accurate?
There are a few things I'll take my pen and, if I know something is incorrect, such as my birth date, I do that. They have a couple of us being born like a day apart. I'm like, okay, that's not right. But for the most part, it does give you a really good history, a good base of especially the ancestors. Uh, I don't remember if it goes back past James Gill. It may, but it gives a little story of like where they were born and they traveled from this place to that place to get to Arkansas, and I can't remember offhand, but it's a pretty good reference. She did a really good job. That had to be some very tedious work.
He being,
She Willis B.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
well,
never
she's
seen that book. Would
or
somebody
cousin Willis
please
B.
bring it?
I said aunt because she was older and but she's my mom's cousin, so be our like second cousin. Yeah,
Well,
I'll make sure I bring
Marcus
it.
says that he has
He
it. Or you
has
have
it too.
do you have it at your mom's house or Jean's house?
Me? Oh,
No, you have the book, right, Marcus?
Yeah,
I
I
have
have
the
it.
book in
Maybe
Henderson,
Fredo
Nevada.
can get a copy of it at the family reunion. Now, what's some of the highlights that everybody's looking for other than just meeting this? Hey, before I even get to that, because when Marlo says it's only going to be she and her husband, I'm already disappointed. I love seeing every one of your beautiful babies show up
I
like
know
that.
the youngsters. We
So you
love
have
to
to
see.
know that
I think it's not till you get older that you appreciate going around all the family and seeing everybody. When you're younger, you just want to play, do something,
Yeah,
have fun.
absolutely.
And it's like, oh, I should have gone to that. You didn't. Well, yeah, so I understand, but yeah, we want to see the kids. We want to see the youngsters.
definitely. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
without those kids, and we do have a lot of kids. It's not like but I think this year may be different. How is it different? Marcus, Marlo, both of you all are working on the committee. Are families showing up with a lot of children this year? What's happening with that?
I think it's a combination of both. And a lot of times, what I've been hearing why they can't come and bring their children is what I said earlier. Is like the extracurricular activities that they have going on.
Mhm.
A lot of people are excited about the amenities that's here in Chicago, especially hearing about the Obama Presidential Center is here too as well. So it's people that's actually coming in maybe like a week ahead of time just to actually see the city and to enjoy the city of Chicago too as well. A lot of people haven't been here in quite a while. Then you have some people, our family members that are here right now in the city of Chicago that's very excited about the reunion too, because a lot of them haven't had the opportunity to travel to the reunion. So it's been great. It's been great.
What are you personally looking forward to then, Marcus?
What I'm personally having a great time. But it's all said just having a great time because it's a lot of work and effort that actually goes into putting together, just having an insight, staying in communication. A great thing is just having social media, right? Being able to go on and people get a chance to see who I am. get to see my face, to get a feeling of the family. I get to show some of the amenities that's here in the city of Chicago, and just this the excitement of them actually having an opportunity to come here to the city of Chicago where I live. So yeah, just looking to have a good time, some hugs, building, most importantly, like building relationships and going back home too. And I call home Arkansas, because since my dad passed 16 years ago, I haven't been after I buried my father. So that's one thing I want to look forward to, like yearly, like making it an annual event for me and my children, is to go back to Arkansas, to the land, and visit.
Gwen, how many people in your family discuss family outside of your family? And do they know the names of people that they're talking about, faces of people?
You mean like my aunt? I'm very close with my Aunt Frida. She talks about family, but Mother Frida, my grandmother, she actually moved to California. So there was a little bit of disconnect, but my mother, Quilla Mae, and then Aunt Bobby and Uncle Leroy and Uncle Tony, they were very, very, very connected to Arkansas and the extension of the family, and they really kept us very close. Today, I think I do more talking about the family than anybody, and it's the gift for me of Facebook. It's the reason. It's a gift. You know, when Marlo said that, you know, the kids weren't coming here, I gotta say thank you guys for sharing your kids on Facebook with us, because we actually get to see them grow up, and to see the twins. I'm like, oh my God, somebody getting old here. And for them not to know me, and me really not to know them, it's like, So I think I'm the one that'll go in and talk a lot about family, and have you know, and I show my son, actually, we took him to Arkansas all the time. So he actually has a connection with Arkansas. But now his children are grown, and I have my great granddaughter, and I wasn't able to share Arkansas or the family with my grandchildren as much as I would have liked to, because they have moved out here to Arizona. But I'm anxious to get my great granddaughter her foot on the land, and talk about and show her what I'm constantly talking about, you know. And I talk, like I said, I talk about my grandmother and her sisters and her brother, you know, uncle brother.
Yeah.
They say oral history is very important.
Yes,
Some of
yes.
what's happening in Chicago that I've been participating in is storytelling.
Yes.
And storytelling is important because what it does is it starts to link us to some of the things that we're talking about: the land, the people, the stories, and how we made it through. I recently had a show where he talked about how he grew up in the house with his great grandmother, his grandmother, his mother,
Oh, wow.
and one was a slave, and so one was post slavery. And they taught him how to make mud pies, and how the red mud was much of the food that they created in the houses and so forth, because they were so short on other things, but they had always the natural, you know, plants and foods that they grew on the farm. But red dirt was a part of it. He said it went back to the history of when they were in the field and they had to work all day and couldn't take a break, they would put it in their apron and eat it. So I mean, once we connect to family, we learn more and more about our coping mechanisms and how we created our food and recipes. Things like what you're talking about. I've heard a lot of catfish stories. Everybody's got a catfish story. You know, where it comes from. So those things are great. But you know what? I had one person, I just want to say it because it's not all great. You know, a lot of towns and places and where we come from are being lost.
Yes.
And so we need to make it a point to continue to share with our children and our family members and people that we know the history through storytelling and talking about the things that matter. You looking at my cat?
You know, there's a little town called Aubrey before you get to the house in Arkansas. You pass a little town called Aubrey. So my cousin Terry and his wife Ophelia, who just passed about a month ago, They bought a little house in Aubrey, about 200 and some odd people when I was going to Arkansas regularly. I got lost in Aubrey. Only I would get lost in a town with only 200 and some odd people. But for some reason, that little town would confuse the heck out of me. I think the other thing too about the family reunion that is really important for me is how I was shaped through these beautiful, my aunts, my uncles, my grandmother, and my cousins when I was growing up, because my cousins, were extremely. My favorite cousin, I believe, is one of my favorite cousins. Is Marlo's uncle. Well, he was. Oh God, it is something being in your 70s. My brain goes crazy.
Uncle Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Alex.
Uncle Alex, man, let me tell you.
No, right.
Yes, indeed, he was absolutely.
My cousin Alicia, she's coming. Her kids, and
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, B and Alex, man, they were my favorite by far. Yeah, and they were older than me, and so how my cousins and my aunts had a great impact on me. How my cousins, my aunts, my grandmothers, how they actually shaped me. I think that's something too that. It would be enjoyable to share how we were shaped by our own relatives, our connections with them, cousins being our first best friends. I remember Rufus and Terry, they would beat me up all the time. They taught me how to fight.
Your cousins being your first best friend. I love hearing that.
Yes.
I want to speak on that end because I remember coming up in Chicago. If you knew your cousins in Chicago, that was like a big deal.
Yes.
Because we were so many of us, and my mother would tell us, "You all gonna be friends." We're like, we don't want to be friends with each other.
Right.
Like, can we please go out and meet other folks? Natalie, your family, one of the things I just want to acknowledge is that you recently lost your brother, Alan, our cousin.
Oh, yeah.
And just the beautiful ceremony and the gathering afterwards. And it was really more profound because your mom, Aunt Jean, is just such a resilient and amazing woman.
Yeah, she's special. Yes.
Yeah. So what is she saying and how much is she looking forward to it? She'll be 98 this year.
Yes, she will in August. Yeah, she's looking forward to it. She says, I remember, she said, yeah, all the kids are going to come around me and talk to me. So it's what her memory from last time, so she's really looking forward to that. I said, oh, yeah, you're the grand dame. Everybody will come around and love on you. So that's her favorite, I think, is all the love, receiving all the love. She's like, I don't remember everybody. I said, that's okay. They remember you.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, she just says, Lord willing, I'll be there. She fell a couple of weeks ago and fractured her ankle, and every day she's like, I want to take this thing off. You think they'll take it off tomorrow? I'm like, no, it's gonna be there for a while. It's your new best friend, Mom. But she's looking
for me to see her post the fall because she's always been so active. And
yes.
when we were at the house after the services, man, when I tell you the biggest partier was Auntie. I know. They won't let me put them up because she's singing "Made It Through the Grapevine." She's like, "I made it through the grapevine."
Oh yeah.
Yes, I heard it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And she said, "That's about to be mine."
Oh yeah.
Put her cane down, and she heard it.
Yeah, see, that put that cane down. That's what got her in trouble. She'll throw that cane down in a minute.
One of the best moments of my year was that.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you. You were definitely that. She had the room. She had everybody in there. Woo, rolling when she sang for us. So Miss Senabella, that was, woo. It's like it just came up and out through you, like it just the heavens. It was wonderful. Wonderful. We're very grateful.
I'm blessed to eat. I tell people all the time that when I'm asked to sing for someone's last services, it's such a a big and immense part of what you have to do. And you have to transform yourself in so many ways in order to participate that moment, participate in that moment and to give it. In fact, I'm doing one this weekend. And I always have to ask myself, okay, what's happening? Because, it's a spiritual moment.
Definitely. Yeah. And it touched everybody in there. Everybody felt it. It flew from God through you to us. Wonderful. Wonderful.
I love hearing that. This is always my honor. Like, it's my honor to be here with all of you here today. I said, what small thing can I do to help contribute to where we're coming to in this upcoming event, supporting Marcus and all the activities that you all have had? And so I said, well, maybe what I can do is just say, hey, let's get together and talk about it and encourage people to do more. We could do this again and again and again and up to the day. It doesn't have to be on this podcast, but we can create more of this kind of activity and we can talk about it. There is a lot of history that we need to learn about by communicating, storytelling, being together. Faces that we see help us to have recognition. Right? And we begin to see ourselves through everyone. I remember, and that's what I'm saying. When you're connected. One of the things that happened with Marlo and I when I was at her place and she was walking me out to my car, it's that connection. You're about to separate and go away, but I could feel that strong connection. And getting in the car, looking at her and feeling like, wow, that's my family. And driving away down the road, thinking to myself, something in that blood thing really matters, Like that with Gwen and I, when Gwen was here. Look, Natalie, you and I get down like we get down. Because Natalie is like the party queen. She knows how to get down. So her mama is not playing.
I get it from my mama.
So when I get to see these faces, it really helps to realign me. And it's also like a mercy and a forgiveness for anything that you feel hard about. It's like seeing family is like going to the priest. It helps to reboot you, get you back connected, help you to find the reason why forgiveness is important, mercy is important, conversation is important, acknowledgement. It's like you looking right at yourself in the mirror, but through these different faces. Anybody want to speak to any of that?
I got to tell you this. When you talked about the connection, like when you met Marlo and when we met, when I met you, it was instant. It's like I've always known you my entire life because I have. On a very grounded spiritual level, I've always known you. And my soul and my spirit was just waiting to finally meet, my cousin. And so it was as natural as all outdoors. I mean, we had a ball, we ate fish, we danced, we had to, it was amazing. And that, I think that's what, because I feel such a strong connection to everybody. And it was the same way when I met Sheena, cousin Bill's daughter. She came to visit me while I was in Chicago. And the family reunion being in Chicago means so much to me because I'm from Chicago. And I get to go back to Chicago and have all of these golden threads just kind of link up together. I mean, because I feel like I know everybody. Natalie, you got to be one of the most fabulous people, man. Girl, you could wear some high heel shoes. Let me tell you.
I can't wait. Right? I can't wait. I'm hoping. And I think that sneaker party. I was like, wait a minute, sneakers. Okay, so let me check this out.
Look, I love sneakers. When I turned, I'm now 71, but when I turned 70, I started buying sneakers for everything. So when they said sneaker party, I was like,
you just got to pick which one to choose from, huh?
I thought you might have sneakers with heels.
Well, to be seen.
Yeah, one of the challenges is a family reunion is the food. So what's going on with the food? Let's talk about that because everybody know the food got to be straight or it's not a great family reunion.
Yeah.
So Marcus, come on, Marlo. What are y'all doing about this food, baby?
It's gonna be a surprise. Like we not We not unveiling all our secrets to
There
you
you
all.
go.
Like,
There you go.
it's going to be a surprise. Come out, be amazed, and just we talking about that connectedness. That's how I felt with Marlo as we was going out trying to find venues. Like we going from this place to that place, meet
How
here,
fun.
meet there.
The adventure of finding it. Wow.
And
That
get
Yeah.
does
to
be
know
fun.
each other better too. That working collectively like that.
Yes, breaking bread together, eating, like spending
That's
time,
awesome.
bringing family out, like so.
I just want y'all to know y'all could have called me at any time for any of that other stuff.
Yeah, we just took on
Those
the
adventures, those food
responsibility. We felt
adventures.
we had it, and this is something that we had to do. So we've been doing it. It's been great. The food will be amazing. It's going to be at Nopsey Restaurant for the lunch. It's a black
I'm
owned.
really looking forward to that.
It's a
Yeah.
black owned establishment.
Love
So light bites, I say it like that, and then we have the main course with the sneaker ball later on at the host hotel. Like, come out, be amazed, have a great time with the family. Gonna have a nice little program. Gonna be short and sweet because we
Okay.
want to have make sure that
Okay.
people have time to enjoy
To each other and get all our hugs in,
and
especially
get
with
all
new
our
friends.
hugs and high
Yay.
fives. Social media, you get your selfies in, all of that.
Oh,
It's going down.
absolutely, absolutely.
That's one of the things that makes it so exciting is that there's another generation that's younger
Mhm.
looking at putting the gathering together from that perspective. So having you
Yeah.
guys do that really encourages us to come see it. And it should be a reason also why we make sure that we get ours out. And I know it's a big task, but let's just ask the question. Just how many Gill family members are there? Anybody got an idea on that?
I have no idea. Oh my gosh.
When you look at that family book that we have, I would say that the extension of the Gill, we almost like family is all related because it's so many different last names that get to tying into each other. When I look at it from a cultural standpoint, like we are all related, like in some shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
It's just the connectedness, and it's hard to say, but the brokenness that came like out of slavery and all of that. But when you look at it, when it's all said done, you take a glimpse of that book. There's so many different last names. With my thought process is like we all family, like in some shape
Yes.
or fashion in your community where you live. These are really like your family members. So that's how the neighborhood really should be looked upon, and what we doing right now, that kind of bring that connectedness all back together. But when you say like how many, I think it's like I can't even imagine.
Right.
Yeah. And
Okay, we have like about a minute or two left. Let's get any comments in. Something you might want to say to the family and all those who are listening about family reunions, period. What is the comment? 30 seconds or less each of you. Go right ahead.
well, me being from Chicago, but I moved in 77. So I plan to come back a few days before and stay a couple of days after because I want to do some of the tourist stuff. Some of the stuff I thought I was going to do last summer, but because there was smoke in the air or something, everything was kind of closed down. The bus rides, everything was closed down. So I'm going to come a couple of days and I want to do the bus tour downtown and all that kind of stuff so I can learn my city over. And so many things have changed. The river walk stuff and all that. So I would encourage people to come in if they can early, stay a couple of days, if you can later, and learn our city because it is very cultural.
And I'll share with you some Black bus tours that's going through neighborhoods where they've changed and doing a lot of great things. Some things here in Woodlawn. You got the Obama Presidential Center. So there are tours around all of the other things that are happening.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
In Rossville. So that's great. Thanks, Nat. Anybody else?
I just want to say, I'm a tourist in Chicago too. When I go to Chicago, I look around like I've never been here. I just want everybody to come and enjoy Chicago because Chicago is everything. It's everything.
It is. Chicago is everything, and I miss Chicago a lot. I jumped for joy because I missed the last family reunion, and I got to tell you, I was quite jealous when I saw the pictures and y'all dancing and having fun. And so when I learned it was in Chicago, I said, "Come hell or high water, I'm going to back home to this family reunion because
Awesome.
it is everything. Chicago is a beautiful place, but it has a soul and a swag like none other, and I just look forward to." Connecting, really, really connecting and developing those strong, long lasting family relationships.
You know,
Yeah, summertime shy. It's nothing. It's nothing like summertime shy.
Right.
I'm praying for great weather. Just meeting everybody. A lot of people I have met via social media just to meet them in person. And yeah, just everyone just coming out and having a great time, understanding and loving the soul of the city, but most important, understanding and loving the soul of our family. Yeah, so
Yes.
everybody come out, embrace it, have a great time, and we look forward to seeing you all. Hey, we less than 30 days away, so I'll see you all soon.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give this one more
Amen.
minute. I want everybody to say a couple of the last names that's associated to your family extension. Go ahead.
Mine is Irby Readers, but Irby Readers, Gill Irby Readers.
Mm-hmm.
Marlo.
Irby and Readers.
Okay. Nat.
I'm Gail.
You say Gil. It's a whole lot.
Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gail. Granddaddy Elridge Gail, Bessie Gail. That's the ones that I met as a little girl. Granddad didn't have a lot to say to kids.
You know.
But he told us when it was gonna rain. he knew ahead of time.
Oh, you have to do Uncle Desi's song before we go.
Okay, cool.
Come on, who's gonna do it? And the da 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 the ground and the ground. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know the words.
No, I don't know it, but I know
I
the
don't
melody.
know the words either.
Know the rhythm to
But
it.
it go, oh.
Look, it's been great having each and every one of you here with me this morning. You all got up early. Some of you all, it's Norm, right, Marco, Marcus, and Gwen, and myself, and maybe Marlo too. She just doesn't tell the truth. And I know, Natalie, you're a world traveler. You're just all over the place. Yeah. So I appreciate you all giving me some time and coming here and sharing it with our audiences here and family. We love you all. Look forward to. We're going to share this video over and over and over again, and make sure people understand how to come in and love in and just be ready for the end for the family reunion 2026 for all families. It's a Gill thing. Y'all have a good day. Love you all much. Mwah. Mwah.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Have an amazing day, everybody.
All
You
right.
too. God bless.
So.
Bye bye.